and spending time with members of the congregation. And these are leaders in the church who are invested in ministry both here at Hope, but also in things that are happening outside of Hope. And so joining me this morning is Nicole Cook. She's on staff with InterVarsity here at St. Cloud State. She's also a member of our leadership team, and she has served on the missions team. She's now, because she's on the leadership team, is a liaison to the missions team. Nicole, you do a lot here, and we are really grateful. You're also most of the time, our online chat moderator. So you wear many hats here at Hope. But the reason why we want to spend some time, because you do serve as liaison for missions, which has an international emphasis. So one of the things that you are passionate about is this class called Perspectives. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about what that is. And the reason why I'm asking that is that we'll come into our future here as a church. So there's a reason why we're spending some time this morning talking about perspectives.
Yeah, thank you, Brian. So Perspectives is a 15-week class with, it's a lesson series unpacking God's global purposes for the world and equipping everyday believers with a greater vision, with greater hope and passion. This class intertwines and brings together scripture and history and culture, as well as strategy to reveal God's redemptive purposes for the world and our role in it. When I had the chance to take the class in 2019, my favorite part was getting to hear from the different guest speakers each week that were coming from different ministries, and they had the opportunity to share how they have seen God at work in different peoples and in different cultures. Each week I was coming away with this feeling of a new fire being lit within my heart, and getting the opportunity to taste and see the greater calling that we have in Jesus for the world.
So one of the things that missions is about raising awareness about missions both locally and globally, okay? As well as, it's interesting, there's a great intersection because we're just starting this book of Jonah, and Jonah is really all about missions, about reaching out. So why does a class, Perspectives, about missions and God's heart for missions, why should that matter for Christians like us?
Yeah, when I took the class, I realized that living missionally or living intentionally outward in your faith and seeking after God's heart for the world is not something reserved only for the super Christian. It's actually central to all of Scripture, from Genesis to Revelation. God's redemptive plan is woven through everything, and is something that as believers, as adopted children of the Most High God, that we are welcome to partake in, that we get to be a part of the story of God and the story of what God is doing in the world. And honestly, God is bringing the world to St. Cloud, immigrants, refugees, international students. I think this class has the opportunity to benefit and bless our church as we recognize and partake in God's kingdom purposes, in our own backyard. And so that's something that I think we can really benefit from as a community of believers here.
Yeah. So we are, and what is today? Today's the 10th of October, okay? This class isn't going to start until January, so we're starting early. But the cool thing is that this class, Perspectives, which has been held at other churches in the St. Cloud area in the year of 2022, is going to be offered here at Hope Covenant. So there's a lot of things that are aligning for this. What are you inviting this congregation to consider and pray about now from October to January?
Yeah, well, we get to play host to the city church, the Church of St. Cloud, getting to come here and partake in the blessing of this class and in what God has for them in this class. And I want us to be able to partake in that as well. And so, I'm inviting you guys to consider being a part of this class. It starts January 17th and it goes through May. It is a commitment. It's an investment, but we want to make it accessible for everyone that's interested. And so the first two classes are actually free, so people can kind of get a taste of it. And then the missions team is actually providing scholarships for anyone from Hope that's interested in taking this class. And so we want this to be something that not only blesses our city, but blesses our community here at Hope.
And these are going to be Monday nights.
Yes, Monday
starting,
nights.
January 17th.
Correct. Yeah.
And it's
MLK Day.
MLK Day. And it's all about understanding God's heart for mission and how we as the church are called to be participants in that.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that after the service, you have some literature that's out in the Welcome Center?
Come visit me on the Welcome Center. And I'd love to answer your questions about how the class works and what you can enjoy from the class. Yes, it is for everyone from actual college students, because like people can take it at the level of a credit, to just anyone, any believer that wants to seek after God's heart for the world and see their place in that story.